We're live in Philadelphia for the final leg of Pope Francis's visit to America. His visit to Congress moved politicians from both parties, and in his wake, a major political earthquake as House Speaker John Boehner announced his resignation.
The Bible says, beware of false prophets. And there are people out there, spreading noise about how much can get done. I mean, this whole idea that we're going to shut down the government to get rid of Obamacare in 2013, this plan never had a chance. But over the course of the August recess in 2013 and the course of September, a lot of my Republican colleagues who knew it was a fool's errand, really, they were getting all this pressure from home to do this.
Joining me here to analyze this week's events, CNN political commentators Ana Navarro and Paul Begala. Ana, presidential candidates are out there on the campaign trail, ranging from Carly Fiorina to Ted Cruz to Chris Christie, making what Speaker Boehner just referred to as false prophet arguments. Push it, force the president to do this, make him do it. You heard Ben Carson say that he would find a way to do it.
Well, it's easier said than done. John Boehner has actually had to walk the walk, has actually had to herd the cats, has had to get legislation through and lead the House. And so, when you're running for president and you're making speeches, it's sometimes a lot easier to say it than when you're actually having to do the job. I was uncomfortable with some of the candidates who went out and frankly bashed Boehner and celebrated his resignation. I think, I'll take a moment of personal privilege and just say this is a man who has spent so many years of his life doing public service. It may look glamorous from the outside, but it also is a huge sacrifice on families and on lives. He's a good man. He's a decent man, grounded, never forgot where he came from, a barkeeper's son. He wasn't perfect. He made mistakes, but he tried hard. So I personally thank him for his public service and think those that attacked him made a mistake.
What comes next? Is Kevin McCarthy, assuming he wins the speakership, he's the current House Majority Leader, is he going to be demonstrably different?
Well, he's going to try to be. He may have to be. I think he's going to be a prisoner of the most extreme elements of his party. And I guess because the Holy Father's here, I've been thinking a lot about this. There's two kind of political leaders, just like there's two kind of religious leaders. Those who hunt down heretics and those who seek out converts. Okay, the successful political leaders of my lifetime, Ronald Reagan, Bill Clinton, George W. Bush, Barack Obama, all of them sought out converts. They all took voters who were not pure Republicans or pure Democrats and brought them into the fold. The Republicans now are turning toward hunting down heretics. Even John Boehner, my goodness, John Boehner's not Republican enough for them. This is not the way to build a majority in a large and diverse country.
And to take a listen to Ohio Governor John Kasich, who sounded different from the Ted Cruzes of the world when talking about John Boehner.
It just reflects the dysfunction in Washington, where people cannot even honor somebody who's dedicated their life to public service. I guess no good deed goes unpunished, because some of the most savage attacks on him have come from Republicans.
That is true, Ana. I mean, after Boehner's news came out, after he told his colleagues and the media started reporting on it, the kind words came from the Harry Reids and the Barack Obamas of the world. And he and Harry Reid have had some tough words for each other, the ones that I can't tell you. And then the criticisms from attendees at the Value Voter Summit, from Ted Cruz, kind of from Marco Rubio. He said it's time to turn the page.
I think Kasich is right, and I think what you're seeing is Kasich's experience. He was in Congress for so long. He was in Congress when it was a much more functional Congress, when things actually got done and people got along. So I think, there's a nostalgia for that kind of environment. I think you have to have class on the day that John Boehner resigns, announces his resignation. It's his day, and to go out and bash him feels unnecessary. They got their scalp already. Now let's go and move on from there. I think it was a selfless act by John. I think he's an institutionalist who was thinking, how do I save this institution, and I'm becoming a distraction? And frankly, I think after having spent the day with the Pope the day before, he thought, can it get any better than this? And now what? I'm going to have to go in next week and have to start grinding and fighting this fight again?
Right.
Not doing it.
Although, Paul, it seems likely the conservative Republicans in the House were going to force a vote to vacate the speakership,
Right.
and that Boehner was going to have to ask for Democrats to support him or at least abstain from voting in order to save his speakership. So in a way, whether it was selfless or not, he also saved himself some embarrassment.
Well, but I think it could have been good for the country. Frankly, this is all good for the Democrats. Okay, I'm a partisan Democrat. I advise a pro-Hillary super PAC. Take that off for just a second. The Speaker is the Speaker of the House, not just of the Republicans. If he had formed a bipartisan coalition, it would have been great for the country. It might have hurt my Democrats, but it
All
would
right.
have been great.